Hello, everyone. Happy to be here. Thank you, AI Makerspace, Sarah, Lusk, Chris, Greg, for all the work that you guys have done and all that you have thought to us. So I want you to meet Phil. Phil is short for, oops, sorry about that. Phil is short for Filiberto Santa Maria de la Cruz Azofeifa Martinez. And yes, this presentation is going to be packed with tons of dad jokes, so you have to be warned. Phil wants to help his grandpa Tom with his upcoming doctor appointment. His grandpa has been having some health issues, needs to go to the doctor. He's not that great at dealing with a small font on paper. So Phil said, no, don't worry about it. I'm going to help you out with this. But then pretty fast, he realizes that he got into a big problem because the forms that he found at the clinic were extremely long. And also the reception was really crowded with people filling up forms. He was trying to go through it with his grandpa and realized that there were medical jargon that they couldn't figure it out in order to answer the questions properly. There were redundant data collection. They provided this information before to another clinic, and yet they had to go through it again. It was time consuming, it was boring, it had tons of questions, it became really overwhelming for Phil. His ADHD started to kick off. He realized how much he hates forms, was getting anxious because it was taking too long and he was still concerned about his grandpa's health. And then he remembered that he had that AI assignment waiting for him at home. So tough time for him. And this is a big problem. There is an excess of $1 billion in healthcare spending that is wasted every year because of inefficient patient onboarding. And almost half of the physician's day is spent on admin duties instead of taking care of their patients. But at the same time, there are great opportunities out there because the market wants us to fix this problem, and nothing better than AI to do so. So if only someone could solve these issues for him, someone like a team of young and handsome AI engineers fresh out of the AI Makerspace Bootcamp. Regretfully, we could not find that exact profile, but what we did find is CareDash, simplifying your healthcare journey with AI agents. Basically, what CareDash is, it's an AI assistant that helps patients navigate required documents and medical questionnaires through a user-friendly chatbot. That's basically what it is. And how can CareDash help patients with these problems? Well, we have expert guidance. CareDash allows patients to go through a step-by-step process in which they get all the guidance that they can need, and it offers instant clarification on medical terms and policies. It also provides personalized answers based on patients' interactions or previous interactions, retrieves relevant information from medical documents to give context, and pretty much allow the patients to be able to fully understand the forms and follow the care instructions. Also, it's 100% tailored to patients. That's the portion of the user experience that needs a lot of help nowadays. And also considers all these security and privacy concerns around the whole red tape in the medical industry, things like HIPAA compliance and having human in the loop in a couple of places and some AI guardrails baked into the product too. And now I'm going to call my CTO, Richard Lai, to give us a demo through the whole product.
You're muted.
Welcome to a classic showdown between the outdated paperwork
and the future of medical forms. Look at this PDF. It's like stepping into a time capsule from the past. Imagine filling out all these medical questions with a pen. Who even has time to read the forms and policies? But wait, the future is here. We're about to see it in action. Let's see how we could change the game. But hang on, Phil's grandfather, Tom Simmons, had just received a text from the clinic. Phil is tagging and fill out the form. Let's see if the rookie can handle this one. Phil logs in, expecting the usual PDF. There's nothing there. Phil looks and swings at the fastball and miss. No PDF. He's stunned. Folks, there is no ordinary medical form. We're in uncharted territory. And here comes Gen AI. She makes the first move, asking Phil to identify himself. Phil steps up to the plate, typing in his granddad's name. Oh no, wrong name. That's a strike. Look at Grandpa's Christmas gift just went up in smoke. Gen AI has a strict three-strike rule before she blocks you out. Phil tries to regroup, see if he can recover. Phil regroups and he enters the right name, and now he has to enter the birth date. Yes, he passes the verification level. The crowd roars. He's back in the game. But wait, here comes the next challenge. A bold medical question from Gen AI. Phil seems puzzled. He's trying to recall his grandfather's conditions. Something about the eyes. He knows for sure he has gout. He thinks cataract sounds familiar, so he blocks Jen's question with a counter question. What is cataracts? Phil's grammar might not be great, but his instincts are sharp. Gen AI counters with a textbook definition of cataracts. It's an impressive return. Phil nods. He's okay with it. Jen then repeats the same question. She's relentless, folks. Phil gets in the groove, answering a couple of questions. He's really starting to push her buttons now. But here comes the surprise move. Phil decides to ask about Medicaid and about finances. Gen I responds quickly, serving up info straight from the original PDF. The crowd is on their feet. What Phil doesn't realize is RAG, retrieval augmented generation, was used to fetch this info. If only he had done his AI homework, he would know that RAG isn't just a piece of cloth. The volley of questions and answers continue, with Phil holding his own against Gen I's stream of medical queries. It's a thrilling back and forth until we have a winner. Phil has successfully completed the digital medical form. What's his prize, you ask? Let's take a look. Phil gets a set of data right in the comfort of his home. No more waiting room scribbles, no more paper cuts. This is what victory looks like at the age of AI-powered medical forms. Now, let's take a look on the clinic side. How is it done? Is it complicated? No. All you have to do is take a document and push the upload button, and that's it. What happens is the questions are extracted from the PDF as well as the policies are placed into the vector database. So that's it. That's the side that the clinic has to do. Now let's take a look at the next slide. We'll be looking at the architecture, and what we're using is LangGraph, and we have a supervisor, and we have three different agents. And the first one is, of course, you saw as a verification agent, and once it passes that, it goes to the medical intake agent, and that's where there's questions by the chatbot as well as user queries, which they can ask, and it causes the RAG pipeline or a call the NIH API to get medical terms. After that agent, it goes to a summary agent that will transform the data and store it into a MongoDB. Let's go to the next slide. We'll look into the data ingestion. This is the data ingestion. that retrieves all the data into quadrant and into the questions that are into the relational database. And the tech stack we're using right now is this basically React, because we didn't want to use Chainlit because we don't have a customizable UI. So we decided to use React with Socket.io, and it works with Chainlit, and we're using the foundational model GPT-4o.
Yeah, and then what's coming next? Well, we have a few ideas that we are baking. First, we want to do sterilization, the usability testing, and making sure that we got the right refinements. Then voice UI to be able to do this on the phone. Automation on the clinic side of things, make sure that we got compliance right. And then obviously integrations with many other tools, health tools in the market. And that's basically it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.